Let me ask you, you get your VA disability check every single month. You've earned money that's guaranteed. So why are you still broke by the 20th? Most veterans I talk to have no idea where that money goes. It just disappears. And here's the uncomfortable part. It's probably not the rent and it's not the truck payment. It's the $14 here, the delivery service there, the subscriptions you forgot about. Death by 1,000 cuts. You're not making bad decisions once a month. You're making bad decisions 30 times a day without even noticing it. I'm guilty of it. This is why I'm making a video. Sometimes I got to check myself, especially in today's crazy world where everything seems to be very expensive. So this adds up really fast. But the thing is, the good news, just like anything, it's 100% fixable. It doesn't matter if your VA disability is your only income or you have a job on top of that. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to take control, and you'll see the same money slipping through your fingers could be saved for something you actually need, or even getting into home ownership, which we love helping people with. My name is David Piatek. I am a loan officer and able to help you utilize that amazing VA home loan if you schedule a call with me down in the description below. We also have a strategy session call, right? So if you are thinking about it, even a year or two out, feel free to reach out because there's no such thing as too early when you're planning for your home ownership. Now, this is the real problem. Hands down, it's not income. It's awareness. People in general overspend because they never analyze their budget, right? The way that you get ahead is by managing your expenses. Small daily spending adds up really fast, right? You go out and grab some coffee. You need something delivered, and now you're paying like a rush fee. You have impulse buys because when you go to the store, that's how they're designed to get you. Forgotten subscriptions. This is like I had an epiphany on this when I was going through my budget recently, where I'm like, oh my gosh, like why do I have this stuff when I'm not even utilizing any of it? Right. So keep that in mind. Even like internet service. All right. You can always downgrade. Like I did that recently a lot where I'm like, why am I spending so much on internet? Let me cut down how much speed I'm getting. And guess what? Nothing changed. I still get the same speed. So I'm saving money and I have the same speed. All of that is really good. Okay. Let's talk about budget and why it's so important. Number one, a budget is going to help you understand your income, which hopefully you do know that part, but it's going to help you better understand, or it's going to tell you, not understand, like you're going to know, right? You're going to be able to know 100% where your money goes every single month. Income is pretty straightforward. You take your VA disability money. If you have a side job, you add up how much you make a month on average. If you have a W-2 job, just look at your pay stub and take into effect your net income, right? That's the money that's direct deposited, or if you still get a check or get paid cash, that's cool. But just know what that number looks like. Okay. So you have an income piece that you need to figure out. Second thing, your fixed expenses. Okay. Like how much you pay for housing, how much you pay for insurance, how much you pay for a car payment. Utilities, some people will say are fixed. I am not that because they do vary, right? For my own personal budget, I do put utilities into a fixed category because I max out what it is at the height of when it is, right? So if it's like, where I live, it's cold. So gas can get really expensive in the wintertime, and electricity, same thing. So I kind of max those out and put that as the max for the budget to kind of let me know, like, look, if it comes in lower for the month, great, I have some extra money, but I'm never worried like, oh, am I not going to be able to hit that? All right. So this is why I kind of max out the utility piece, and any fixed payments that you have, like a car loan, installment loan, anything like that will go into your fixed cost. Variable costs, people will tell you, are things like gas, entertainment, food. I consider those fixed costs. Okay. On my sheet, and I actually helped out a buddy recently purchase a property, and he sent me his Excel sheet, and he's like, huh, that's kind of funny. We never talk about budgeting, but we budget the exact same way, which is awesome. So food should be going into your fixed category as well, right? How much do you spend a month or a week, right? Because normally I try to plan a weekly budget for food spending, right? So how much food are we going to get for the week? Vegetables, meats, whatever it is, it's all going to fit into a weekly budget. So then I know my monthly, right? Because some months have longer weeks or more weeks than other places. So again, good way to be able to do that. But at the end of the day, I still put a monthly budget for this. Okay. So if it's, let's say, $800 for groceries for the month or $1,000, whatever it is, wherever you live, because costs change, they are very different, right? If you're in New York or like you're out in the farmlands, right? Prices are going to be extremely different. You also have to factor in for yourself is going to be savings, okay? Because you need to have some type of savings in the event something happens. Now, in general, a good budget leads to good credit. And why do I say that? Because if you budget correctly and you do use credit cards, like for me, right? I use credit cards to be able to get points. So I take different categories of things that are variable, like food, gas, and I'll put those on different credit cards where I know I can get the max amount of points. And then those things will change depending on if point structures change, right? Sometimes there's special promotions. Like if I'm buying stuff on, let's say, like an online company, then I may have that online company's credit card because I get like 5% back on purchases, which I know I'm going to need, right? And I do it every month because they might have some free delivery. So it kind of works out for that, right? The thing is with these budgets, it's sometimes annoying because you have to track this. Now, there's plenty of tools out there that you can use, right? There's free tools, there's paid for tools. You can link all your accounts to them. But I'll tell you this, it is far better to use an Excel sheet because you have to look at all your spending, right? Save your daily receipts. And then you're going to know, hey, I spent $300 on coffee this month. Like maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe if I went to the store and got it myself, I could spend $20, right? The thing that we always hear when it comes to home ownership is that it's too expensive. It's unattainable. But after looking at people's bank accounts, it's the exact opposite. It's that they don't budget, so then they don't know where their money goes, right? Sometimes people will be leading up to buying a home and then they spend all their money going out eating. Like it's no joke. It's kind of crazy. But this is why you have to start somewhere. You can use AI tools to upload your statement to be like, hey, where's my money being spent every month? Right here. Here's my bank account snippet. Where's my money going? The first time that you do this, right? It doesn't really make a difference when you start. I would tell you start immediately and let me know in the comment section, like, did you take this advice and are you going to utilize it? Because I want you guys to be successful in general, right? Because if savings, maybe savings is something that you're like focusing in on. You may be paying off debt, right? Budget allows you to manage that because you don't want to be put in a spot where you're making good money, but all that money being gone. You're not paying down any debt, and now that debt is growing, and it is a high interest rate. This is why taking control of those things. In my Excel sheet that I have, I put in, if I have credit cards, what the interest rates are on those credit cards. So I know that, hey, on a monthly basis, those have to get paid off, right? That's the way I like to do it. And I know a lot of people do the same thing. But there's also a ton of people that don't do the same thing. And you can get yourself in trouble when you do that. Even if you have good credit, right? And you, let's say, can qualify for 0% interest, not mortgages, 0%, let's say credit cards for 6 months to 24 months or something like that. If things come up, good credit allows you to leverage that without going down a spiral. Okay. Let's talk about, so that's an important part. Start somewhere. You can pull your old stuff, right? You can pull your bank account, credit card statements for the last month and put the budget together from there, right? Well, not budget. Well, you're going to put your income in. You'll see what you spent last month. You put all that in and you're going to see where you're at. If you're spending more than you make, you don't have unlimited money. And if you do, that's great. But most people don't. Okay. Let's talk about the VA disability income strategy. There's different schools of thought on this, okay? If you have VA disability income plus a job versus just VA disability alone, those are two different things. Okay. I'm going to go over the first one, job plus VA disability. People will look at their VA disability in two different ways in this category. They'll look at VA disability as savings, or they're going to use that to pay down debt, or they may use that to pay down their home. Okay. So that's one part. Their job covers their monthly expenses, covers their mortgage, it covers everything. So this is extra income that they receive. Those same people may look at it another way. They may look at their VA disability to sustain their monthly expenses, right? Mortgage, car, anything that they have in their budget. And then their job is their extra income, right? I've met both types of people, right? So it just depends on how much VA disability you're receiving and what that looks like. Other people within that same category, let's say you're not maybe getting a lot in VA disability, right? You're not getting the 100%, but you're getting like 60, 70, 80%. They may take that income and then pay down their mortgage faster, right? So they take a 30-year mortgage into like a 12-year mortgage. Great. They save a crazy amount of interest in that. Then you receive just VA disability income itself. And the same thing goes here. With VA disability income, we've met folks that have saved a lot of money. They have zero debt. They have their VA disability income. And so home ownership is very attainable. And we've met other people where they have an expensive car payment, let's say $1,000, but they make $4,400 a month. That takes away a lot of buying power, right? $1,000 is something like roughly $180,000 of buying a house. And trust me, there's plenty of houses for 180. We help a ton of people around the country buy houses for that much. So don't worry about it. It's about budgeting, right? Because you have, again, two people receiving the exact same income, but their outcomes are extremely different. And it's up to you to take control of that. Nobody else can do it other than you taking the first steps towards being financially free, right? Not being under the control of credit cards or having so much stress that if one thing breaks, the whole thing collapses. A budget and a reality of your situation will unlock your freedom to be able to do what you need. Drop down in the comment section if you guys have any questions about budgeting. If you've done it yourself, let me know down in the comment section. Has it changed your life? And if you're looking to get consultation on, hey, how do I become a future homeowner and leverage that amazing VA home loan? We do have a link down in the description. You can click to schedule a call, and then you can select that, hey, I want to do a consultation to figure out where I need to be in order to unlock my VA benefits that I've earned. So make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.